I'm DV1, and I'll be performing a monologue from One Sunny Day in April by Deborah Gady. It was like a scene out of a bad TV show. There I was, curled up in a ball on my bathroom floor, just watching the second hand of my watch ticking by. 3 minutes? Like heck, but more like a year and a half. Hey, if you feel like laughing, you've been there, am I right? And oh yeah, what kind of crummy joke is it that you have to pee on a stick to find out you're pregnant? I mean, there's a 6 on a gun who thought that one up. Time's up. Moment of truth. 17 years old and praying to God that there are not 2 lines on that stick. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. You know, they tell you when you're pregnant that becoming a mother is one of the hardest and most rewarding things you will ever do with your life. I went into parenthood with my eyes wide open. I knew it would be tough. I wasn't sugarcoating anything. And the thing is, it was twice as hard as anything I could have ever imagined, but twice as rewarding. My mother told me that once you hold your own baby in your arms for the first time, you finally understand the true meaning of love. And she was right. You can't have a baby in the house and not be awestruck. Have you ever looked in the eyes of a 1-year-old? I mean, really, really looked? They're full of amazement and wonder. Every so often you have to look at the world through the eyes of a child. I mean, get down on their level and to see what it's all about. I used to get on my hands and knees and follow her around. You know, seeing things from her perspective. It sucks being little. I mean, a countertop is a huge obstacle to a 2-year-old. Washing your hands, getting to a faucet, reaching your glass of milk. Not easy. Not to mention all the crotches of bums you have to look at all day. You come to realize that all the things you take for granted are completely new to your child. For example, a few years back, I was racing through town trying to get to my sister's house. We were late for a birthday party and it had been raining all morning. And then I heard this little tiny voice from the back seat. Mommy, look, a rainbow. I glanced out the passenger door. That's nice. There's a few moments of silence and then I hear the little voice again. I've never seen a rainbow before. Reality check. 4 years old and she's never seen a rainbow. I mean, they're neat and all, but they're just rainbows, right? Well, not when it's your first time seeing one. I mean, they're all in storybooks and TV shows, but it never occurred to me that she'd never seen a real one before. I pulled our car into the next parking lot and we filed out. I must have stayed there for 15, maybe 20 minutes, just looking at this rainbow. Just taking it all in, talking about it. I still remember her smile. You can't look into that beautiful little face and not know that there was a God, because only God could create something so precious, so innocent. Her 5th year was far and away the funniest. I love 5-year-olds. They still love you as a mother, respect you as a parent, and look up to you as an infallible leader. It was around this time that she presented me with this. It's around to it, she said. That way, whenever you say, you need to get around to it, you already have one. She had cut it out the National Geographic magazines for kids. Its edges were perfectly rounded. I remember thinking, since when did you get so good with a pair of scissors? I think it was 1st grade that Sarah had her first experience with Lincoln Logs. You know those little wooden sticks you're supposed to make cabins and barns and stuff like that out of? Well, apparently during free time, this is what she'd be doing, making little Lincoln Log villages to play with. She'd always ask me to get some for her for Christmas or for birthday. Please. Maybe one day, when I get around to it. Actually, I figured if she had them to play with every day at school, what's the point of me going out and buying some for her? I mean, she could play with them there at school for free, right? Well, one day I get home from work and my mother stops me at the door. You've got to see what your daughter's been doing. I walk into the kitchen and there, on the kitchen table, is a log cabin made out of my tampons. Look what I made, Mommy! I bought her the Lincoln Logs. About a year later, me and Sarah finally moved out of my parents' house. It was at the start of 2nd grade that we moved into a 3-bedroom apartment, and Grandma and Grandpa were only 2 miles away, so the after-school babysitting thing was taken care of. call that she was dead. Yeah, just like that. You weren't expecting that, were you? Well, imagine how I felt. In the movies, there's always this sinister music leading up to the traumatic event, sort of a premonition of impending doom. Well, there was no warning, just a phone call. She's dead. She fell into the Parkington River and they couldn't find her. She had 2 friends with her. They were rock hopping along the riverbank and she slipped. The river pours into the ocean about 1.5 miles downstream. They never found her body. I was busy making lunch for her and putting in her Winnie the Pooh lunchbox. Next second, I don't even have to talk. She's dead, and I can't even say goodbye to her because we can't find her body to have a funeral. It's a little bit harder to believe in God